Caribbean and Hijaz Halal Financial Services. Boland, the fresh over to Park, tucks him away to leg, no single at mid-wicket as Constas scurries around. Tom Morris is keeping the good oil for Cobram Estate, Australian extra virgin olive oil.
Jared, you know I love the crowds, Pete. We spoke about them at the MCG. More than 47,000 people here at the SCG today, which in my mind is a modern-day record. It's more than any other day one for a non-Ashes test, and I think it now eclipses what was here on January 4, 2014 as well for the Ashes.
Punt bowls. Punt wrapped on the pads by Boland. They're up and asking. It got jammed right on the crease. And
Alex Carey saying it's going down leg there.
Punt has hobbled away. That's hit him inside the top pad.
It's going to be a pretty picture under the shower tonight, is he? He's going to have bruises in all sorts of places. One on the bicep, one on the inside thigh, one in that unmentionable region, the anatomical splice.
And the medical staff out with him again.
Yeah, there's shades of Michael Clarke in South Africa facing Morne Morkel.
Got squared up and then it got onto the top of the back flap. Fleshy part of the leg. So out they come again. Is there anything in the Richard reporting that's particularly caught your eye? The Rowett reporting that's particularly caught your eye?
Look, I don't know that it's all about Rowett. I think it's about how the whole team has hung together, how Rowett has arrived to this series late. He's missed their only win. He's arrived with trailing a series of losses behind him. It's a new coach. Someone has to pay for this performance, and it's either the coach or the captain. And it looks like the captain has paid. And I can't disagree with it. I don't think they should have played him in this test. And if he did volunteer to step down, well done him, because he's done the right thing. He probably volunteered after he was told. But he just looks like a guy who hasn't really got himself into this. Well, he hasn't got himself into the series with the bat. And even on the field, it's been an incoherent sort of performance by the Indians. At times, fielders are chasing the ball to the boundary and flicking it back, and there's nobody behind them. I feel you can learn a lot about how a team is operating on a tour by the way they feel, the way they perform in the fielding innings.
Part is cleared to continue. He's on 37. The challenge of Scott Boland, left alone outside the off stump.
And there were major cracks in that team in the second test, the third test, and the fourth test, and they really opened up on that last day, in that last session. Those ill-disciplined shots let them down. That major collapse. That collapse had been coming. Australia had to work probably across 10 days of test match cricket to get that moment. They couldn't quite nail the victory in the previous test. They had to work much harder than they wanted to work for it.
Boland around the wickets to Part. Dead bats to the offside to get off strike. It's well played as Lyon closes to the square. 38 for Part.
When those cracks open up, they really opened up.
Yes, it was interesting just to see how they would present here, and the clutter of wickets early left them very vulnerable. 3 for 57 and 4 for 72. So they do need a partnership like this. It's worth 43 at the moment. Happy to go slow just to try to craft something. Boland switch sides. With Jadeja on strike. Come over the wickets. Boland, Jadeja jammed up in defence right in front, so had to be inside edge there. Looked good in the cordon.
I think the Supes cordon think that it might have caught the pad before he got his bat down on it. Boland's not interested.
No.
No, they're behind the wickets. I don't know how they know better than the batter.
No, big inside edge onto the back padders. Boland saw it well on the pay.com.au replay screen.
I'll tell you what, I like what Bo Webster's brought to this slips cordon.
Oh, yeah.
How good is he?
Wingspan, big hands.
One of the great slips catchers.
Last ball of Boland's over around the wicket. Jadeja just manages to keep it out. Ball zeroing in on the stumps again. 4 for 115. One from the over. Glencore scoreboard advancing everyday life.
Men, ask yourself, what will it take to win back your freedom and take back control? The answer is simple with the Molicare Premium Men Continence Pads range. They provide the comfort, security and discretion you're looking for to take back control. The Molicare V-shaped pad is designed for men, keeping skin dry with a 3-layer absorbent core and advanced fast dry effect to prevent skin irritations and maintain healthy skin. Get a free sample and try the Molicare difference at molicare.au.
The Liquorland last session. Cheers, Liquorland. Choose to drink wise. Lion bowls. Part leaves a tight lead. 4 for 115. Part 38. Jadeja 12. What about the rest of what Webster's brought?
Well, he's held up his end bowling. He hasn't been taken down by any of the batters yet.
Punt back, swings across the line. It lands harmlessly at mid-on. Not the full-blooded stroke.
It's almost like he was through the shot before the ball got onto him, like it held up on the bounce. Mine is bowling sort of hit me's outside off stump there. Sit up.
Lyon to pass, stands up and defends to cover.
But having a good slip fielder in the side adds so much. Slips catching is so important. And he comes with a sparkling record. Tim Payne tells me he's the best slips fielder in first-class cricket in Australia. You get some argument about that.
Punt back, swings across the line again from outside the off stump, just drags it away to Khawaja at mid-on.
Again, it's that ball just sitting up outside off, and he's just dragging it down across. So he's scared to take it on.
And without any real intent, is there?
That's the ball that he took on in some ways to Travis Head and got caught on the boundary. But
there's no one on that boundary. Lyon tried to slide that through and Punt was up to the challenge.
No, the shot would be on right now.
He'd just have to go straight to the airport if he didn't.
That's the thing.
If he hit it to the field, then it'd be see you later. Or a sharp. Lyon through quickly, Punt back, cuts from the stumps. Great piece of fielding by Cummins at backward point, diving away to his right and protecting the maiden. 4 for 115. Glencore scoreboard advancing everyday life.
Dreaming of a life where every day's a holiday? Silverwood's Yarrawonga offers premium lots from $308,000, ranging from $399 to $858 metres squared. Enjoy a permanent escape without leaving home. Walk family-friendly trails, unwind at Soul Wellness, relax at the Seabull Yarrawonga, or tee off at Blackpool Golf Course. Experience it firsthand at the Seabull Yarrawonga and have your stay reimbursed upon purchasing a lot. T&Cs apply. Secure your exclusive offer. Mention Resort Living. Visit silverwoodsyarrawonga.com.au.
SEN Test Cricket for the Henley Mainview Collection. Prices your bank will love and your friends will envy. 4 for 115. Jadeja is 12. Part is 38. Boland. It's 14 overs, 7 maidens, 2 for 16. Boland around the wicket, bowls to Jadeja. Full driven, straight to head at mid-off. Backs away and does the fielding. Where did Cricket et al. Go yesterday, Pete?
Cricket et al. Went to the pub, just for a change. We had it's a live podcast, I guess, except we didn't record it, at Willie the Boatman in St. Peter's in the Inner West, run by my mate Big Pat McInerney. It's a great night, sold out, modest crowd, and we went from 4 to 6. There was a reason for that.
Right. Boland delivers. Jadeja beaten on the outside edge, and that moved appreciably after it passed the bat, and that had a lot of people asking questions.
It did us that secondary swing that you often see in England, and you were seeing here this morning under the heavy conditions. Oh, that is an exquisite delivery. It's probably done too much, but only just.
There's the oohs and the ahs and the crowd as they look at the pay.com.au replay screen.
Well done to Jadeja to hold his line there and play inside that delivery. Played the line, let the ball beat the bat.
Boland at him again. Jadeja from his pads. He'll beat mid-on. Cummins will chase it back. They'll be able to get a couple Let's get the scoreboard rolling. 4 for 117. Yes, 4 till 6. Why?
Because last year we went a bit later and half the audience stood up and walked out to go down to the grade cricketer at the Enmore Theatre. So we get 106 people. They get 1,650. They had a sold-out show at the Enmore Theatre. They are doing stadium rock. We're doing a little indie gig in the inner west.
Very nice.
Yeah. Adam Collins showed up. It was nice to see him. Malcolm Conn.
Jadeja jumps to defend. It rolls in the popping crease. He jumps over the top, thinking about a run. They come in. Constance kicks it into the stumps. Jadeja got back. Lyon got tangled up with him.
On the feet in the old age, Jadu.
Constance has just managed to annoy Jadeja enough there.
He's really irritating, isn't he? As most adolescents are. But, Jadeja has held Lyon away from the ball, but tried to protect the ball. Constance has got in and under and got the handball out.
Yeah, just as well he managed to remember to ground his bats. Boland to Jadeja, defends the ball to the offside.
We'd hope that they wouldn't be claiming a run out in those situations.
No.
Didn't handball it out, did he? He kicked it out, socketed it onto the stumps. It must drive you mad when you're a senior cricketer on the other side and you've got this teenager chirping at you and running in and doing those sorts of things.
His attire at Kirribilli has drawn plenty of attention. 19-year-olds in front of the Prime Minister. Too deep on the leg side. Boland continues. Jadeja hit on the pad off an inside edge. Boland is just relentlessly zeroing in on the stumps. 4 for 117. Glencore's scoreboard advancing everyday life.
Hungry Jack's NBL is back.
The NBL is what dreams are made of. Greatness is within reach. No limits, only endless possibilities.
We grind, we hustle, because every moment matters, and big dreams demand it.
Gets the drive-by, knocks it down!
Watch live on ESPN, available via KO and Foxtel, and Sundays via 10 and 10 Play.
NBL, we dream big.
SEN Test Cricket for Royal Caribbean. Come seek Royal Caribbean and for Hijaz Halal Financial Services. Bo Webster coming back into the attack from the Randwick end. 8 overs, 4 maidens, none for 10. Had Jadeja dropped. Lyon couldn't hang on in the middle session. Peter Lawler joined by Damien Fleming for 4 and 20 pies, Australia's original fan food.
Oh, I think we've lost Pete.
What have you just done to my phone?
Hysterically. He's just subscribed to the Bowlology report on YouTube. And I have never seen a man. Are you okay? Do you need a moment?
Oh, I do. Oh,
it's a laugh a minute.
It is.
Love it.
Thanks, mate, too. Unprompted, too.
Viral content. What's it called again? Bowlology
report. Look, top 5 touring quick, says Malcolm Marshall.
Parts 38. Webster beats him on the outside edge with the first ball of the fresh spell.
Slow day, isn't it? Slow pitch. Big Bolo's bowled beautifully. Gee, I want to see Big Bo get his first test wicket. He's so close. So close. He'd be used to bowling on the odd Belrive green pitch that'd be slow. Got to bowl full.
Webster around the wicket, bowls, Parts. I don't think he played it that way. He just let that ease past the outside edge. Bowling at 122.6 there. Gets it up to about 124, 125. Sort of budgeted him for about 12 overs a day if required. So this is his third spell. 4 and 4. 2 slips and a gully in place. Parts plays inside the line.
Extraordinary to have taken up seam bowling 4 years ago. He's slowly assembled his game, hasn't he? Made his first class debut in 2014. Never really came onto the radar until in recent years. His overall Shield average is relatively meek. but the last few years he's just come into his own.
Webster bowls, Part drives, it got all caught up. He didn't know where it was. Eyes flashing around. He was at his toes.
Well, he was compared to Sir Garfield Sobers with his season last year, all round.
900 runs and 30 wickets. The only other person to do that is Gary.
But, with the Sri Lankan tour and West Indian tour, I'd love him to keep working on the off-spinners as well.
Do you think that the Australian team's shown their hand a little bit this week on who might be going to Sri Lanka?
Webster to Part, beaten. He was beaten that time on the outside edge.
Well bowled, legitimately. But I think they're all pretty good players for that scenario. I'd definitely be taking Kuhnemann.
So on that topic, Australia have called Todd Murphy, Matt Kuhnemann and Peter Hanscom up to Sydney just to hang around, just to get their little medical checkups.
I think Pete's known as probably the best player of spin that's not in the Australian team.
Webster to Palms. He plays away from his body and away from line at points. He'll pick up runs. Across the Sydney sign painted on the turf in front of the O'Reilly stand. They take 2. Part to 40. They're the only runs off the over. It's 4 for 119 on the Glencore scoreboard, advancing everyday life.
Look, Sammy, you see my good drill anywhere?
It's right here, boss. How are you going to get by without an apprentice when you retire?
I'm with Seabus, so I'll be fine. My super's been working hard for years. Unlike some of us.
Righto, big man.
Seabus Super, making hard work pay off. Read the PDS and TMD to decide if Seabus is right for you.
SEN Test Cricket for the Henley Mainview collection. Prices your bank will love and your friends will envy. 4 for 119 India. Jadeja 14, Part 40. It was 4 for 107 when this session resumes. India can't get anything out of Scott Boland. 2 for 18. He begins the new over. Jadeja runs it to third slip. Webster on the half volley stopped it in its tracks. Didn't quite draw the edge.
Just another sign of the slowness of the pitch, isn't it? I mean, that's a cracking delivery again. The avenue of apprehension has been hit constantly.